Okay, guys. I'm just turning this down because there's so much cussing. It's just absolutely insanity. So there's been violence. 2 people have been shot in Portland, Oregon. There's protests in Minneapolis, Denver. There's some very foul-mouthed people out there. It's just absolutely insanity. Right now, I'm just alerting some of our people here that we're going live here. It just sounds like a lot of violence. They've already kettled some people in Minneapolis, arrested a whole bunch of people. I think there's going to be some violence here. It sounds like they're getting ready for violence, but you know, they're just really angry people, very, very angry people. So something's going down right now. Let me just see. These are mostly Portland. The ones that are going on in the other states. All right, let me alert some people, let them know that we're on. Nobody knows we're on yet. I just went live for those who just got the notice in YouTube. I got to let our network know that we're live here. Absolutely crazy protests here. Hopefully nothing goes wrong, goes bad. A lot of potential for violence. I know that 2 people in Portland were supposedly shot. Not sure exactly if it was from what I understand, it was some kind of border patrol or something, or... So there's some major news updates, too, that I'll talk to you about in a second here. One second here. Oh, man. So lots of people arrested in Minneapolis. I'm guessing that Portland is going to allow, and like I said, I had to turn down this sound because they are so dang loud, and they're just literally cussing up a storm. It's just... The reason why we're watching is that we want to see how crazy things are going to get here. If things are literally going to unravel. If our country starts to fall apart, you kind of want to know ahead of time. You know, it'd be, you know, in your best interest, especially if you're living close by, to know that everything is falling apart. And okay, so there's more information that's coming out about what's potentially going on with our intervention in Iran. So some things might be happening now in Iran too. I'm I'm just setting up a few things here, so just hold tight. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. I'll turn it up just a little bit. It sounds like you're listening to hell, like you're getting a microphone into hell. That's what it sounds like. People are literally just screaming at the top of their lungs, cussing, cursing. How many of you guys just got the text alert, or not the text alert, but the push notification? I just sent it out just like this second. Just curious, how many of you guys got a pop-up? Just type in the chat if you got a pop-up. Oh. Yeah, these people are just absolutely off the handles. There is a lot of police, a lot of protesters, a lot of anger, and you know, this is kind of a liberal area. We're talking about Portland, but what just happened in Denver and Minneapolis was also pretty big too. Now it's a lot colder in Minneapolis, so it was down below 30. So people don't protest that long in temperatures like that. So I think they kettled a bunch of people. When the police kettle you, they basically encircle you and they take you to jail. That's what kettling is. Let's see what.
Leave the roadway immediately and move on to the sidewalk. Leave the roadway now. Failure to comply with officer orders may subject you to crowd control measures, including impact munition or other physical force. Leave now.
Leave now. They're telling the protesters to leave now. Okay, so Portland, Oregon. This one here is, yeah, I think the one in Minneapolis and Denver are over, or at least I don't see them yet. Let me just see. This is going to spread. I have a feeling that we're going to see this spread, just like what's going on in Iran. You see how everything's spreading in Iran? Now, see, this is what's going on. This is what's happening in Minnesota. You see how cold it is there? It's too hard to protest in the cold. This is still going on. I mean, these are some of the lone stragglers here. And they're out there still protesting, I guess, but you can see that there's stragglers out there, but that's Minneapolis. Portland obviously is a little warmer. They're telling them to leave. They're telling the protesters right now to leave. but I don't think they're going to leave. So let me just see if I can find a few other feeds here. These are... There's a lot of different channels covering this right now. But it's mostly Portland at the moment. Okay, so this was... I'll show you what it looked like in Minneapolis. This is what it looked like. I don't think this is live. I mean, it says it's still live, but I don't know if this is still live. This could be. This is Minneapolis. This is Reuters. Reuters was covering this. In fact, I want to put Reuters in there. Let's see if Reuters is still live. Nope. Okay, so this was what happened earlier. I wonder if they show them getting arrested. This was Minneapolis. And for some reason, there was a bunch of people out there playing instruments. I'm going to see if I can find when they got kettled. When they get kettled, what that means is that they circle them around with the police, and they basically corral them in and then arrest everybody. Okay, so I got some updates on what's happening militarily right now. I'm just trying to see if I can find it. When they got kettled here. I don't think I can find it here. So anyway, this was Minneapolis. They're singing a bunch of songs right now here. This is all live in Portland right here. All this is Portland. Portland is very liberal. This is outside of the ICE facility here. I'm not sure where this is at. I guess this is somewhere else in Portland, I think. I don't think this is the same location. It could be. Let me see. It's just a different angle. Okay, so we got some updates on the news. Let me turn this down so I don't get distracted here. If you can still listen to me as I give out the news here. Some major news updates. If I can pull these up here. Okay. There are initial indications of redeployment of U.S. military equipment back to the Middle East in the coming next few days. There are initial indications of redeployment of U.S. military equipment back to the Middle East in the next coming few days. Okay, so that's what we were telling you. This was what was happening. And they've been doing this for a little bit, but they're probably bringing back assets like ships, you know, this type of thing. Wow, 10-year-old documentary about EMP attacks and U.S. power grid vulnerability has quietly surfaced, and buried inside it is Erica Kirk. What? She's actually in a documentary about vulnerabilities in the U.S. power grid 10, 15 years ago, and it was all about CIA. She is shown briefing or addressing a group of national security professionals, experts, and figures, including former CIA Director James Woolsey. The footage depicts her delivering information about potential EMP attacks, which could originate from high-altitude detonations or other means, and the risks of coordinated physical attacks that could lead to widespread blackouts or grid failure. This is Erica Kirk, and it is her. Wow. What? Why is she doing that? I can't believe that this is... That's crazy footage. Wow. You know, they said a lot about Erica Kirk, that she's connected to intelligence community, very big time, and that she was like a honeypot in a certain way for Charlie and the whole movement to try to control it. It says, okay, so it is confirmed. It says here that I got to show you this video. This is crazy. So it says this documentary is referred to as the Black Start USA, or a related EMP-focused film around 2011 to 2013. Erica Kirk appears as a presenter or briefer on the topic of electromagnetic pulse, EMP, threats and vulnerabilities in the U.S. power grid. And then it says, and it is confirmed to be her. Does Erica Kirk have CIA ties? That's what people are asking right now. She was also in a music video back in 2010-ish, I think. That's really crazy. Crazy. My goodness. We got to put that one up. All right, let's see what else we got here. Like I said, I wanted to try to keep the sound down because of the massive amounts of foul language. Just absolutely crazy, off the chart foul language. This one I think we can shut down. That was just a repeat. But this is all live right here. This right here is all live. As I said, this is right out of Portland. Okay, so this is Minnesota right here in the middle. Minnesota, though, most of the people went home, I think. It's too cold. I mean, there are people still out there, but I just think it's way too cold to be protesting. For any length of time. You know, if you're out in 30-degree weather for, you know, an hour or two, it starts getting... Okay, so they're moving. The troops are moving. Let's see if they're moving here. They're not moving here. So this is probably a different location here. This is by the freeway. Well, yeah, it's probably right near the freeway here. So they're going toward the freeway. Let's see if I can see them over here. Yeah, okay, so this is just a delayed. This is delayed. So this video here is a little bit delayed. They're going to get on a truck, or they're confronting. Let's see. So let's see if we can pull up some of these updates here. So ICE rioters have broke into Minneapolis hotels. They were literally breaking into hotels. So we got footage of that. I can show you some of that footage if you guys want to see. This is what happened in Minneapolis. So if you're just getting here, maybe you didn't see this. This is not on the news right yet. It'll probably be on the news, or you'll get a cleaned up version of it. But this is what happened. I'm going to turn down the sound here and turn it up here. All right, so what are they doing here really quick? Let me see what they're doing here.
Creo que están dispersando.
I don't want to miss anything, right? They're going to do something crazy. Are they doing something crazy here? All right, so here's that footage from Minneapolis. This is Minneapolis footage that happened earlier. Let's go ahead and play that. Breaking into hotels. And then you got this one here. Let's see. More cowbell. We're asking for some more cowbell.
That window is gonna break.
They're gonna break the window.
That window's gonna break. That window's gonna break.
So this is just a random hotel?
The hotel where ICE is staying, or where they think ICE is.
Okay, so it's a hotel where ICE is staying. So the hotel is where ICE personnel are staying. And this is in Minneapolis. So supposedly they were trying to break the windows.
So the internet sleuths have dug up an old...
Okay, so here's the Charlie Kirk thing, really quick. This is kind of interesting because this is Erica Kirk in 2010, and she's presenting to the CIA and some intelligence agencies. She's presenting, she's doing a presentation. Can you believe that? She was also involved in some other things that they said had to do with military intelligence before she met Charlie. And they were set up on some kind of a date. But anyway, watch this. Tell me what you think. This is only for a minute.
So the internet sleuths have dug up an old CIA documentary, and Erica Kirk is in it. Check this out.
We have 5 major threats that make our grid extremely vulnerable that we've presented to congressional officials. 1 being cyber, 2 being hackers, 3 being physical threats, 4th one is solar EMP, and the 5th one is man-made EMP. So the concern that we have is that we put out this critical information, and when we go over this risk analysis, they hear what we're saying, but they don't want to take action.
Okay, so apparently this clip is from a documentary called Black Start USA, and Erica Kirk, née Francevy, appears as a presenter or briefer on a topic of electromagnetic pulse, EMP threats, and vulnerabilities in the U.S. power grid. She is shown briefing or addressing a group of national security professionals, experts, and figures, including former CIA Director James Woolsey. The footage depicts her delivering information about potential EMP attacks which could originate from high-altitude detonations or other means, and the risk of the coordinated physical attacks that could lead to widespread blackouts or grid failure. This is framed in the context of discussing Black Start protocols, the untested procedures for starting the power grid after a major disruption. Wow.
Wow. That's interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Let's see what else we got here. This is Santa Ana, California. Man, that guy's face is all bloody.
How dare you, you Nazi motherfucker! How dare you! Fuck you, you Nazi motherfucker! How dare you! They're unarmed! They've done nothing to you!
They shot that. They must have shot him in the face or something because he was all bloody. Look at his face. Either that or they just beat his face in.
There you go.
Oh, they shot him in the face. They did shoot him in the face. Did you see how that started? Look at how that started. They were just standing there. This is Santa Ana, California. He goes and he grabs the guy's shoulder.
There you go.
And for some reason the camera goes dark, but you see him shoot the guy in the face. Look. Watch. He pulls up the gun, and it's some kind of a pepper gun or pepper spray, and he shoots him right in the face. Look. You see how they're all cowering down because the pepper spray blew up in his face. Obviously, that guy doesn't know how to use foot maneuvers to trip that other dude up. He should have tripped him. That dude's got... Now, that's the guy that got shot in the face, I think, right there. Look at his face. See how it's all red? Oh, you can't... Can you see that right there? I think he got shot with pepper spray. He looks like he's completely incapacitated. They're just dragging him in. He's not even resisting. He probably can't even breathe.
How dare you! Fuck you, you Nazi motherfucker! How dare you! They're unarmed! They've done nothing to you!
Wow. Oh, that was Santa Ana, California. This is Minneapolis.
You shouldn't be left to be lumped in with these motherfuckers. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Give me the soldiers too. Give me the soldiers too.
Okay, so that wasn't really too much of anything. That just showed. All right, so this is Minneapolis police, including Chief O'Hara, were just chased down and attacked by anti-ICE rioters while escorting a squad car out of the protest area. Oh, they're attacking the police.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Okay. Well, that's that. Scumbags have been knocked over and glass smashed at depot in Minneapolis. Well, that's when they broke into the hotel. That's pretty crazy. Greenlander says that he feels sick to his stomach about threats of takeover. Yeah, I don't think Greenland wants to be taken over by the U.S. Did you see this? Trump states that the U.S. will not allow Russia or China to enter Venezuela or Greenland, but hopes that Caracas or Venezuela will become an ally of Washington. That's like someone that wants to break up with you. You hunt them down and you handcuff them. And you tell them, but please be in a relationship with me, please. Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. That's what it reminds me of. It's like we're just hunting. Have you ever heard that saying? If you love someone, let them go. And if they return, it was meant to be. You ever heard that saying? Or is the United States doing this? This is our motto. If you love someone, like Venezuela, let them go. And if they don't come back, hunt them down and kill them. That guy, I don't even know, man. This is all crazy stuff to me. What, do you want China in our backyard? No, I don't. I really don't. I don't want China in our backyard. But we have to be going about doing things in the right way, don't you think? I mean, the way we do stuff. I mean, I understand what you're saying. And in a way, there is a worldly wisdom to it. I'm not saying that what Trump and what the West is trying to do to secure their... Now, see... Understand what I'm saying in the context. I'm not saying that we're not trying to do things to make ourselves secure. But if God's not watching over your house, then you're watching, it says if God's not watching over the city, those who are watchers are watching in vain. Your military is not going to help. If God's not for you, then all your adversaries are going to be against you and they're going to destroy you. But if God is watching out for you, then nothing can be against you. Right? Now, if a nation whose God is the Lord is blessed, okay? Is God the Lord of our nation, or have we departed from him? Have we departed from him? Are we just giving him lip service? Are we just in name only worshiping God, but our hearts are far from him? Do you not think that God is happy with America? I'm just telling you, what we're doing is we're trying to, and see a lot of Christians that are nominal, that are compromised, that are sinful. I mean, I just saw this thing just today. They don't understand. They're not going to get it. Okay. They're going to think this is smart. Yeah, this is a great thing, but it's about the heart, the condition of our collective hearts. Our collective hearts are far from God. Okay. I just heard a report. Have you guys ever heard it? Oh, his last name is Clancy. Let me find his name. Oh, No, that's not it. Clancy, author. It's not Tom Clancy. Who the heck? What was his name? Shoot. Maybe it wasn't Clancy. Who the heck was it? I just saw this. He's a major Christian leader, and I can't remember his last name now. Anyway, he's sold like 15 million books. The dude is been around for a long time, an icon in conservative evangelicalism, Christianity. Is it Tom Clancy? Tom Clancy? Is it Tom Clancy? No, it's not Tom Clancy. I don't know why I'm saying Tom Clancy. It's he does write a lot of books, but that's not him. Here, I'll find it. Philip Yancey. Philip Yancey. Okay, how many of you guys know who Philip Yancey is? He is a prominent Christian author and preacher, teacher. This dude has been around for a long time. Philip Yancey. He's been having an 8-year affair behind his wife's back, along with the woman that he was having an affair with. She was also having an affair against her own husband. And this dude is like upstanding icon of Christian virtue. This is what I'm talking about. This compromise that's in the church today that blinds us to what we're really all about as a nation, because these are our leaders. These are supposed to be the leaders. Iconic leaders that are doing this. Seriously. It's just a reflection of what's going on in the heart of the church. And when the church is not what it's supposed to be, the salt loses its savor. What is it good for except to be trampled underfoot of men? Right? There's no reason to be salt if you're not salty. If you're not the light, then what is it? There's no light. Your light's gone out. Your candle's out. Okay, America, unfortunately, and I'll just liken it to, you look at videos in the 70s, and I tell people this, it has a lot to do with our environment. It has a lot to do, and what we do is we create a spiritual environment that affects our health, spiritual health. Same thing has happened in our food, in the realm of food. In the 70s and the 80s, we had good food. Our food wasn't tainted, and nobody was overweight. I mean, there was some, you'd find maybe 1%, 2% of the population might have been overweight, maybe 5%, maybe would be considered obese, if that. Maybe, if it was really in certain areas, maybe 10. Now, it's like 60, 70% of the people are obese. Literally obese. There's just terrible, terrible issues with health, and it has a lot to do with our food. It's not just so much what we're eating. It's just our environment that we have that has affected our food. What they're putting in it, how processed it is, and there's all kinds of other things that are probably factors that are going, and it's causing a lot of people to be sick. So this is the same thing that's happening spiritually. Our country has literally just degenerated over the years, and now we're totally completely sick in the soul. The soul is sick in America, unfortunately. And what is it going to take? Oh, it looks like they're arresting some people right now. Let's see. Let me see what's going on here. I just arrested some people. Oh, it looks like a whole bunch of people are running. Watch, look. We're going to see it here, or it's happening over here. There's something going on over here. I'm guessing we're going to see it here, too. Okay, so it's happening on the back end. That girl's voice is so loud. Was I talking with this in the background? Okay, because I'm just hoping that I didn't have this mic open, because if I did, you guys were having a hard time hearing me. Did you guys have a hard time hearing me? Was there a lot of noise in the background? Or did I just turn it up? Because if I was trying to talk to you while all that was going on in the background, that would have been hard to hear. Yeah, honey can be labeled as pure honey if it contains 70% corn syrup. I know. A lot of that honey that you're eating is bad for you. It's very bad. Honey, you got to get raw, local honey. Do not eat the honey from the stores because most of it is bad. We also have the laziest workers. I think you're probably right on that too. Okay, that's Minnesota up there in the top right-hand corner. Oops. So I lost my train of thought there. What was I talking about? Can somebody remind me? Oh, man. Yeah, we make bread. We make bread now. We buy local honey, yes. Yeah, Scott, you remember that song? They had one called Short People. And then they also had one that they came out after that, Fat People. Short people got nobody. Short people got no reason to live. They got little arms and they got little legs. They walk around the room going beep, beep, beep. Something like that. If I don't want no short people around me. Then they had one about fat people. Yeah, Philip Yancey. Is that what I said? Philip Yancey? Deanna? You're just now reading it or you're hearing it? Randy Newman, is that what his name was? Yeah. What's wrong with fat people? I'm just saying, it's better if you're not overweight. And I'm saying most people are. I mean, everybody's got a little bit of extra weight that they probably wouldn't have had back in the 70s. In the 80s, you wouldn't have had any overweight. You would have been healthy. You would have been eating fine. And the reason is, and I'll tell you what the reason is. The reason is that antibiotics are killing off your gut flora that really regulates your health. It regulates how your body processes fats and sugars and minerals and vitamins. And because all of that important microbe in the gut is gone, it can't do that. And there's some very important microbes that you need to get back into your gut. And you're not going to get it through yogurt. You're not going to get it through yogurt. You have to have certain specialized types of strains in order to get that back in there. You need to eat like foods that have that are fermented foods, certain types of yogurts. Yeah, some yogurts are good, but most of the yogurts that you buy in the store, no good, bad. It's like taking over the counter drugs to try to get healed from diseases. All you're doing is just making yourself feel better. It's really not taking care of a problem. Yeah, the gut has everything to do with your immune system, cravings, absolutely. Cabbage, yes. Cabbage is good. When you got fermented cabbage, do that. Fermented cabbage. Kefir, very good. Yes. GMO, terrible food, killing everybody. Everybody's dying because they don't have good gut health. Probiotics. Absolutely, you need probiotics. That's what that is. It's probiotic. So you need probiotics. If you don't have that, you need to start doing that. And you'll start sleeping better. You'll start eating better. You'll start feeling better. You won't eat as much. You know, your body craves food because the microbes are not being fed. You're feeding the wrong microbes. Or the microbes are feeding the wrong, what is it? How does it work? I'm trying to remember. It's like the different things inside of your gut. If you're eating the wrong kinds of food, you'll always be hungry, right? And you're going to get fat because the body is just storing sugar. But if you got the right microbes, what it does is it kills and it breaks down fats and sugars and all that, and it processes it correctly, and then you're not overly hungry. Like you're not craving for all these sweets and carbs and everything like that. Your body doesn't crave that if you got the right microbes, but you got to get the right microbes in your gut. Is that not true? Orangler, she said, truth. That's the truth. Absolutely. Robert Cummings, what does that mean? Oh, your children bought you toilet paper? I'm afraid to use it. It may. Trump toilet paper. Oh, no, that's terrible. I know, when the liberals used to actually be liberal, right? Now the liberals aren't really liberal anymore. They're just crazy. Kimchi, yeah. I think that I've heard of that. Anywho's, where we're just sitting here, I guess there's still a lot of protesting going on, but I have a feeling stuff's going on inside of Iran. Let me take a look and see. Because right now, I think it's daytime over there. Let's see what's going on in Iran. Iran time. What time is it in Iran? It is 10:37 a.m. in Iran. So let's see what's going on in Iran really quick. I have a feeling we're about to see a lot more unrest in America. There's a potential for massive protest tomorrow. Okay, so confused grandpa moment. Trump gets a private note about Chevron from Marco Rubio, reads it out loud, and makes a fool of himself. Let's see. I got to see this. I like it when Trump does something stupid. Okay, let's see what Trump did. This is Trump supposedly making a fool of himself. Let's turn this down. Trump making a fool of himself, yeah? Is this true? Did he really make a fool of himself? Let's see. They say a grandpa moment. Grandpa moment, huh? All right, let's see. Now you got me.
All right, thank you.
All right, let me turn it up here because I gotta manually turn this thing up because it looks like my sound is really low. Let's go with 10. All right, let's try that again.
All right, thank you. You'll make it back one way or the other. You're all going to do very well. I think really very well. Marco just gave me a note. Go back to Chevron. They want to discuss something. Go ahead. I'm going back to Chevron. Marco. Thank you, Marco. Go ahead.
Was there a question, Mr. President?
Yes, go ahead, Marco.
He's got his cue cards. Marco had to give him a cue card. What in the world?
What are you saying here?
Mark, if you can update us on operations in the ground and with the appropriate approvals, what you might be able to achieve in the next 12 to 18 months, give us a little view from the ground.
You bet. So today, Chevron has 3,000 employees in 4 different joint ventures in Venezuela today. And over the past...
So Marco takes the note. Let me see. He takes the note back. Look, he's like, I'll take that back. I'll take that back. You look stupid there. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir, for making you look so dumb, but you should have read it before you read it out loud. Let me see that again.
Go ahead. I'm going back to Chevron. Marco. Thank you, Marco.
Was there a question?
Shoot. Okay, sorry. All right, I'm sorry. I muted myself there. I'm sorry. I was sitting there talking to myself. So Ayatollah Khomeini supposedly is dead. This is what they're saying. This whole time I've been talking to myself. I'm so sorry. This is why my wife needs to watch. She needs to keep a check on me because I'm doing the grandpa thing again. So I'm sitting here laughing at Trump for doing the grandpa thing, and I'm doing it. So yeah, there's a bunch of little things that I got to look at when I'm doing a live stream. And if I'm not looking at everything, I end up screwing up like that. So sorry. Ugh. Okay, so they're saying that Ayatollah Khomeini is supposedly confirmed that he is in fact dead. Now, I don't know, as I was saying to myself, as I said to myself, nobody's listening. I was talking to myself and I was telling you guys that this guy has 23,000 followers. He doesn't sound like he would be somebody that would make something up. But then again, if he had more like 200 or, over 100,000 subscribers or followers, then I would think he would have more to lose if he made up something that wasn't true. It's been 4 minutes of silence. Well, thanks for letting me know. Thank you. I've been talking to myself for 4 minutes. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. 5 times 5. Can you guys hear me now? You guys can hear me now, right? Putin made a way for him to escape into Russia days ago. Yeah, but he didn't do it. And so he may be dead now. I've had no sound for a long time. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is how you lose your audience, when you sit there and talk without no sound. But it's okay. You're all back. So is it possible that Ayatollah Khomeini is really dead? That would be absolutely crazy if that's true. Well, let me see if I can find anything else on this. If there's any other confirmations on this. That would be absolutely crazy if that was true. I think that it's fake, though. I think it's fake, but we could be wrong. It could be real. There's another guy that said the same thing, that he's been hearing that people saying that he's dead, and all the crowds were breaking into his compound, outside gates. So those gates were breaking down. We saw it on the film. So, if you got rioters outside your gates and your compound has been compromised, there's a possibility that they could pull you out by your toenails and hang you up. You never know. There's a possibility this guy's gone. That would be huge. Let's see what you got there. They're saying deaths from the flu are surging right now. How many of you guys out there have gotten sick? Let's see what they're saying here.
Tonight, the parents of 12-year-old Connor Dickens praying he pulls through.
My son is fighting for his life right now.
All amid a record-breaking flu season that has now turned more deadly. Mortality rates, according to the CDC, more than doubling in the last week, with at least 17 children dying so far this season. Connor, who has Down syndrome and is immunocompromised, has been in a North Carolina hospital for 2 weeks after contracting the flu. His parents calling 911 after finding their usually joyful son limp and lifeless.
What is the hardest part for you?
Seeing our son laying in the bed in the hospital with a ventilator.
It's extremely scary.
Hospitalizations from the flu also on the rise, up 20%. Those numbers coming the same week the federal government announced it's no longer recommending every child get a flu shot.
Would you recommend that your patients get the vaccine?
Absolutely.
Outside Denver at the Children's Hospital, Colorado, Dr. Suchitra Rao says more than 80% of their patients didn't get this year's vaccine, and that this year's strain is part of why they're so inundated.
This one's undergone a little bit more of drift or genetic mutations compared to other seasons. It can spread really quickly and it can cause sort of more numbers and potentially more severity.
In addition to typical fever, chills, and aches, symptoms of this year's strain can also include stomach issues like nausea and vomiting, a flu season growing in severity and showing no signs of slowing down.
Well, thanks for letting us know that. I wonder if it was that spray that they put over the cities. They keep chemtrail and everything and crazy smelling fog and everything else. Nobody trusts. I mean, when they experiment on the population, and these are verifiable government experiments that they did without the consent of the populations that they did them on, do you think that the American people trust, government when it comes to things like this? Especially with this recent COVID thing, they had no informed consent. There was no knowledge of what people were taking into their body. They were just trusting their healthcare providers, and they didn't even know. I mean, I don't know if you've seen that video where the lady asked the pharmacist, like, hey, what's in this vaccine? I'll take it if you can tell me what's in it. And he's like, oh yeah, I'll tell you. And he gets the insert and he opens it up and it's totally completely blank. And she goes, well, I knew it was going to be blank. She goes, I know there's nothing there. There's nothing that can tell us what's in it. She goes, I just wanted you to see. And he goes, then he started looking all guilty. Like he knew. He's like, yeah, I know. And I probably should. He started feeling all guilty and bad, like he's been promoting something he shouldn't be promoting, because he's supposed to be caring for people's health and knowing what people are actually taking when they don't know. And they were pressured to give it. And they were given money to give it. They were compromised. They were giving money for people that were, either taking the vaccine or actually getting on ventilators or dying. They would give out certain bounties. It was almost like bounties. They were giving bounties to the hospital. If you can get somebody on a ventilator, we'll give you this much. And if they die, we'll give you this much. And if you give them the protocol, we'll give you another bonus. It's like, what the heck were they doing? What was going on there? Like who in their right mind trusts what they're doing now? Like serious. Well, they think we're stupid? Like serious. Seriously. But anyways, that's just my little rant. Khomeini died in 1989. Well, who is that then? I know there's an Ayatollah Khomeini. I don't know if it's the same dude. I know they call them Ayatollahs. Don't they? Oh, I have no idea. Okay, yeah. Ayatollah, yeah, he died in 1989. But there's a new Ayatollah. The new Ayatollah, this guy is Rolahullah Khomeini. Okay. Oh no, maybe that's not it. No. Let me see. Make sure I'm right on my facts here. Okay. Yeah. So he's been dead. Okay. So Ali. Yeah. He's been succeeded by Ali Khomeini. Ali, not Ayatollah. Let's see. Ruhollah. Yeah, this one is Ali Khomeini. They kind of look the same, don't they? Let me see. Oh, man. Succeeded by, yeah, this is the guy. I think. Yeah, Khomeini. This is him in office here. He's 86 years old. Ali Hosseini Khomeini. Does that mean that they were like relatives? Was he a son? Was he the son of the supreme leader Ruhollah Khomeini? They called him the Ayatollah, right? Well, Ayatollah is just the title, right? Ayatollah. Grand Ayatollah. It's kind of like the Grand Poobah. Grand Poobah. It's kind of like the Grand Poobah. Or what did the Flintstones used to call it? Wasn't that the Grand Poobah? The Flintstones. The Grand Poobah. Grand Poobah. Yeah, I think it was the Flintstones. The Grand Poobah. It's a secret society. The Grand Poobah from the Flintstones. They all have turbines. Well. What do we have here? It still looks like they're going crazy out there. Let's see if we can put on some sound here and see what they're doing. You know, you'd think that they get tired. They just keep the doors locked and let them just vent for a day or two, and eventually they'll go home and they'll go to. They have to sleep sometime. You know, don't they? They got to sleep sometime. I would think. And this is Portland, because Portland is like a long-standing kind of problem. I'm not sure where this is at. This looks like there's still a lot of chaos going on here. I know this is live. This is a live feed here. And it is 11:30 on the West Coast, so this is it. This is a live feed here. These are different locations around Portland, I guess. Ugh. Well. You're saying this is an old rerun? Okay, so some are saying this is an old rerun. Is that an old rerun? Can't be an old rerun, is it? This right here, I know it's not an old rerun. This is all live right here. This could be a rerun here. I don't know. But I know this is outside Portland. I would think that this would be the same similar footage as this, but this is totally different. So I know for a fact this is legit live here. This one I'm not sure. This one I know who the streamer is, and I know that he is live. But it doesn't look like a whole lot. I mean, there still is a lot of cussing going on here. Let me make sure here. Let's just turn that one off.
Separate. Well, been separating. They're changing. What did I say when I walked away? What happened when I walked away? I don't know.
All right, yeah, so I'm not going to sit here and watch this. This is just, it looks like it's wound down anyway, so that's it. Okay, so let's look and see what else I got to talk about here. I'm turning this off. This is stupid. Unless they're doing something crazy, I'm not going to sit here and watch this. But speaking on January 7th, Fox News broadcast, Vice President J.D. Vance said that ICE would be going door to door in the coming months as agents carry out President Donald Trump's plans for the largest mass deportation in history. They're going to be going door to door? What? That'll be crazy. So he said that on January 7th, door to door. Can you believe that? Serious? Wow. Lots of people going to be getting deported? All right, let's see what else we got here. I guess that's about it, huh? Let me just take a look really quick and see if we don't miss anything here. Nothing from Russia, nothing from Iran, nothing from China. I guess they're all waiting on us. They're all waiting on us to do something. They're scared, hiding, and afraid of Trump. Just what's he going to do next? What's he going to do next? Everybody's worried and hiding in fear. He's going to invade our country next. What's he going to do? What can we give him? Can we give an offering? Is there anything we can do to appease his anger? So hours after a U.S. citizen was shot dead by ICE, J.D. Vance says door-to-door operations are coming. What? You got to be kidding me. When was that? Was that 2 days ago? Yeah, so 2 days ago, someone said this is starting to look disturbingly like Germany in the 1930s. Hours after citizen was shot dead by ICE, J.D. Vance says door-to-door operations are coming. That was on Wednesday. President J.D. Vance said the agency would soon be going door to door across the country to escalate the Trump administration's mass deportation crusade in the coming year. In an interview on Fox with the host Jesse Waters, Vance boasted that during Trump's first year back in power, the administration has gotten 2.5 million illegals out of the country without any of the really big marquee things that we've been working on. Notably, about 600,000 of these have been through formal deportations, while the rest have been through what the White House claims are self-deportations. Self-deportations? Despite claims to the contrary, the vast majority of those detained by ICE have had no criminal records. Many have been legal residents, green card holders, and asylum seekers following the legal process. ICE's budget is expected to triple in 2026 following the passage of Republican budget legislation last year that has allowed it to launch what it calls a wartime recruitment strategy, hiring as many as 10,000 new officers with minimal training. Minimal. That's scary. Last week, the Washington Post reported that the agency had earmarked $100 million toward online recruitment advertisements meant to draw in people who have attended UFC fights, listened to patriotic podcasts, or shown an interest in guns and tactical gear. Oh, jeez. Wow. That's going to be interesting. Vance continued, I think we're going to see those deportation numbers ramp up as we get more and more people online and working for ICE, going door to door and making sure that if you're an illegal alien, you got to get out of this country. And if you want to come back, apply through proper channels. Oh, wow. That is crazy. I wonder how many people they've kicked out that were actually citizens. Did they kick their people are saying that they're kicking out people that are actually, because didn't Trump say something like, if you're not legal and you had a baby in the country, the baby has to leave too, even if it was born as a legal citizen, and even if you're a naturalized citizen, or something like that. I forget how he said it. It was kind of weird. I thought they wanted to bring in a whole bunch of Chinese too, like Chinese students, right? Like 600,000 of them. That's very, very bizarre. But anyways, guys, I wanted to just swing back by in here and see if there anything major comes out of this, because these types of protests, I think it could ramp up in the next day or two, and I wasn't sure if there was going to be violence, anything more than what already was. I know there were a lot of arrests, but if there is more violence, you can expect it to happen in the next few days. Let's see what the weather is really quick, because the weather has everything to do with whether or not there's going to be more protests. So Portland, let's just see what Portland's weather is really quick. Portland, Oregon, their 10-day forecast. They're looking at Saturday 48 degrees high, Sunday 50 degrees high. And they protest all throughout the week anyway, so they're at highs in the 50s, mid 50s, 50. Okay, lows at night, 40s, top 40s. That's good. That's not hard to protest in. In fact, that's actually easy. Now, Minneapolis, Minnesota, M-I-S, man, wait, M-I, how do I spell Minnesota? I can't even spell. Minneapolis is hard to spell, isn't it? Okay, here it is. Minneapolis, Minnesota. It looks like it's going to be 10-day forecast. Ooh, it's cold there. 19 degrees at night. Ooh, Saturday it's going to be down to 17 degrees. The highs tomorrow are going to be 21. Don't look like there's going to be too much protesting going on there. And if there is, it's only going to be short-lived. They're not going to be having too much protesting in weather like that, unless they're really hardy, very layered individuals. So Sunday, it's going to be 27 degrees high. The lows are going to be 25. Not too much protesting going to be going on there. But Colorado, yes. Okay. When was that posted? Do you remember? 2024. Do you remember this guy here? How many of you guys remember this guy here? Anybody know that guy there? This was posted in 2024. It kind of went viral because he supposedly had a conversation with a sheriff's deputy or a sheriff's, a sheriff, the chief sheriff, not, the one that's the leader, not just a deputy, but a chief sheriff. And this was back in 2024. I think it was June. Let me see. No, it was August of 2024. And this sheriff exposed what was going on and the next steps of the pandemic. And then he got fired for having told the information that he wasn't supposed to share. It was kind of just a leadership type thing that was being done with FEMA. And I think it was Homeland Security. And basically it said they were doing exercises, medical martial law for the next pandemic. All comms will be cut off. Public will need to rely on. This is what he told him. This is what he said was at the meeting. This is what they were telling these lead, law enforcement leaders. They were getting them prepared for what was coming. And people were expecting that to happen at that time, or it was some kind of, because I guess this was done in 2024, so they were saying it was coming, right? They were preparing them for the next wave, maybe. It says all comms will be shut off or cut off. Public will need to rely on emergency communications like sat phones, ham radios will be useful. Global Truth Commission decides what information gets out. Law enforcement will use Starlink for comms, not the public. Elon Musk is not your friend. FEMA rounding up people who refuse vaccines. Door-to-door vaccines. Checkpoints set up throughout the country. That's what this guy said, and he's gone viral a few times. Remember that video that I had? Do you happen to have that? That was kind of interesting. That showed that girl's dream. Remember that girl that I used to know like 15 years ago that had the dream about what she saw coming? It was so accurate. I mean, YouTube took it down, and all it was a dream, but it was so accurate about what was going to come. She had such a perfect explanation of what was coming in COVID. It was scary. So this one says, we've known for quite some time that this would continue under Trump. He is the Trojan horse. Okay. It says, England will soon vaccinate children directly in their homes. Special child immunizers, not doctors, will go from house to house to increase vaccination rates. This is in the UK. This £2 million pilot project will launch in the UK in January. It says that in 12 selected areas across 5 regions: London, Midlands, Northeast, and Yorkshire, Northwest, and Southwest. Vaccine hesitant parents will soon receive a visit. So-called health visitors, specialized nurses, and midwives will conduct home visits, talk to vaccine hesitant parents, and then administer vaccinations. In Germany, from the 15th of February 2026, parents will be able to receive €700 for their children's full vaccination records. Wow. That's not good. That was 4 days ago. Wow. And here's that prophetic dream. So this was a friend of mine from like 15 years ago. She posted this video 15 years ago, and I reposted it on Rumble because YouTube had taken it down, and I had found the archive of it. There's an archive of YouTube videos, if you didn't know that. And this thing had gone viral during COVID. It hadn't gone viral up until COVID. And she hadn't posted in like 7-8 years. For some reason, she had a divorce and something happened. And she was off grid for a long time. And I actually called her after I found this out and her video had gone viral, then YouTube banned it. probably around 2003, 2004. So they didn't ban it like during the middle of COVID. They banned it like toward the end of COVID, which I thought was interesting. They didn't ban it like during COVID, the main part of COVID. It was right toward the end, like 2023 is when they finally banned it. And I thought that was kind of odd. But listen to what she said. Listen to what she says. She's got a real soft voice. And this dream was in 2009. Watch this and listen carefully. About, in fact, Okay, guys, just wanted to chronicle for you a friend of mine, actually. In fact, I want to try to get her on the program sometime. This was way back in 2009. She had this dream. But, YouTube just recently took this dream down. And it was just a dream. It was a dream about forced vaccinations. Why would YouTube take it down? They took it down within the last year. The transcript is right here, but we happen to have an archive of YouTube right here. This is the archive of the actual video, and I wanted to play this for you. If you go to Wayback Machine, you can actually find archives of things, and you can see here that this was posted in 2009, August 2009. She had this dream August 6th, 2009. And I wanted to play the dream for you just so you kind of get an idea of, is there such a thing as precognitive or prophetic dreams? Listen to what she said. And by the way, I might still be able to get in contact with her to have her on the program to talk with her. What do you think? Thumbs up this video if you'd like me to get in touch with her, and tell me if you think that this potentially could actually be happening in the second round. The second round of what we're hearing now is the COVID lockdowns, the new variants that are more deadly, and this whole big push for global control via not only climate change but the vaccines, because it worked so well the first time. I know they're going to try it again, and it looks like that's exactly what they're doing now that all the data is coming out. But tell me if this dream isn't forecasting possibly what we may be seeing now in the future, a more hardcore kind of lockdown with lots of deaths as a result of the first vaccine now taking effect on people's bodies. Listen up.
Hi, YouTubers. Last night I had a strange dream. Actually, I should say early this morning. I remember everyone was required to get these vaccines, and they were all told to stay in their homes. The people administering the shots were not telling us that we had a choice, but they were telling us it was almost like we were required to get these vaccines. If you did not get the vaccines, you were considered rebellious to the government, like a renegade, like you were setting yourself in direct opposition to the government. One thing I knew for sure was that myself and my family were not going to get it. And we were like having to run from our homes because it was like the people who were administering these vaccines were like, I think they were going home to home or something. And somehow they knew also how many people lived in each home and how many doses of the vaccine were quote-unquote needed. Also, to mention real quick, from what I remember, these people who were giving out these vaccines, they seemed almost like military, like, wasn't like nurses or wasn't like clinic, it was like a forcible, anyways. And somehow I was made aware that these vaccines would kill you.
By the way, do you remember that Trump said that there was going to be military administrating the vaccines, and then it never happened? Remember? It never happened the way he kind of stated it. They helped to promote the vaccines far and wide in distribution, but they didn't actually administrate it. But maybe that part of it is coming next.
Somehow I was made aware that these vaccines would kill you. They were lethal, so I just wanted to share that, and that was early this morning while I was sleeping.
Okay, so if you look here at the top here, you'll see on the Wayback Machine, what it does is it chronicles websites from way back, right? And it'll chronicle what's happening. So it'll tell you right here, this is March of 2023. So this video, if you look here, look at how many views it's got. It's got 144,000. Oh, amazing. 144,000. Those are the purebloods. Oh my gosh, that has a significance too. I got to tell you what that means. But we were talking about 144,000 being those who had, oh my gosh, that is so crazy. Okay, but let me just pull this up here really quick and see if it's still there, because I'm looking, this is March 6, 2023. I'm trying to figure out when they took this down. So this video was still up as of March of 23. It looks like it was still there. Let me see. It seems like it's coming up here. And for anybody that wants to check this website out, it's called, just type in Wayback Machine, and you can type in any address that's disappeared. If you still have the address, yeah, this is still chronicled, but way back in 2000, and actually only back to March 6, 2023 was the last recorded. Yeah, this was the last recorded.
Hi, YouTube.
Yeah, update. So as you see here, March 6 was the last recorded time, and then after that is when it disappeared. So they just recently took this down as of probably around March of this year. March, April, May, June, July, August. So it's been about 4 months since they took it down. Why do you think they would have taken it down now? Why not take it down during the first round of COVID? Maybe this is the powers that be. And if you look at the website and you go to her YouTube channel, it says right here that it was taken down for violating YouTube's terms of service. And the reason was because it probably was so accurate to the truth. Somebody here had put it on a forum and they said, in case YouTube takes this down, this is the transcript auto-generated by YouTube. So here's the transcript right directly from YouTube. And this was posted in 2023 or 2021 on a forum. And it was read, let's see. It looks like it was read 4,313,000. If you can see that, I think that's, well, maybe that's her all-time views, but this stream has definitely been posted on forums all over. We talked about it a few years ago. So I just wanted to chronicle this so that you guys could all see this dream, and whether or not this is where we're going here in the near future. I have to post this on Rumble because obviously YouTube would take it down. Not now. For some reason, they're not really censoring stuff right now, but who knows? You know, what's weird about YouTube right now is you can post anything and they won't pretty much take anything down now. I think maybe the algorithms are there to try to find out what people are thinking, what they're talking about, and they're using AI to do that. And so, you know, they're basically databasing everything is probably what's going on. And so they're chronicling everything that we're talking about and finding out everything they want to know. Nope. Somebody's at my door. Do you guys remember that time I was talking about China? I had all these people, thousands and thousands of people were watching. Because this is when we were getting a lot of views. And I was making fun of, the Chinese voice, Oh, the Chinese are going to come and they're going to come. And I was doing the Chinese voice. And then I started feeling kind of strange. I don't know what it was, but I just had this really weird feeling. And I got a phone call on my cell phone. And I look at it while I'm on, and it says China. It's coming from China. I've never got a call from outside the country, ever. But what was weird is I had a funny feeling before I got the call while I was talking on the live stream. Don't you think that's kind of weird? But anywho's. All right, I think that's it, guys. I don't want to keep jabbering on. I know it's late. It's too late, baby. Okay, so this has got to be, this is a loop. That had to have been a loop. That other one is a loop. That's a loop-de-loop. And I think that's all said and done. Let me just shut every window out here. Yep, and that's done too. No, there's still people out there. Pretty crazy. There is still a lot of police out there, which I'm not sure why, but anyways, I'm going to bed. I hope you're going to bed too. China is watching. All right, so thank you, Jesus. Be a blessing these people, Lord. We pray. Bring them all back safe and sound with no fear and only a greater trust in you. Your Holy Spirit lead us into all truth, bearing much fruit that will be eternal and remain. And we'll see you guys back here. I'll probably be doing a devotional on the BP Ministries channel. So if you want to be a part of that, just look for the text alert or be subscribed over there at BP Ministries. And I'll be back here again, I'm sure, tomorrow, if the Lord's willing. Thank God, He's got us. And it ain't the government. It ain't, no one else has got me except God. Amen. God is the only one that's got me. And I hope he's the only one that's got you, because nobody else is going to touch you if God's got you. Amen. God bless. Karen Fed, G-Mac, Gina Mac, Mr. Noti, RG Toro, Patty Lynch. I pray you're doing well, Patty. Jungle Jargon, Mark C, Scott Guthrie, Freedom Deep. God bless. God bless. God bless. And we'll see you guys back. Paul, talk to you later.